And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo, but he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Here's Aldridge, and he's way off from outside. Cavaliers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Irving drives in. Excellent. There from Parker.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Irving, good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Green against Shumpert. Green kicks to Aldridge. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Out to Parker. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And so here's Cleveland. Here's Irving. Shot is no good. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Irving. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one's good. Shumpert. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Leonard, the pass to Parker. Leonard kicks to Gasol. Puts it up from 12. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Cavaliers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Irving can't hit.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were... kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got him going, I think.
Love with the bucket.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Spurs trail by 3. Leonard on the wing. This one for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Leonard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jefferson's checked in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And San Antonio with the change here too. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. LeBron against Ginobili. From deep. Rebound by Williams.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Channing Frye's subbed in for Kevin Love. San Antonio also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Gasol. Martin comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Not much more is going to say about LeBron James, Clark. Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Shot clock at 6. And Frye kicks to Williams. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. Cleveland gets it back. James outside. Tries yet again. Williams double team. He feeds it to Frye. There's a screen by Williams. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Ball going up court. And finished off by Martin.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort, it's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Jefferson dishes to James, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Mills. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. There's the feed to Anderson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And here's Mills for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Anderson is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Miller in at the point guard.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
And stolen by Miller. Leonard kicks to Anderson. And there's a whistle. It goes on him on Shumpert. A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. And Irving subbed in for Williams.
Tristan Thompson. Kyrie Irving.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. It's tipped. Shumpert with the steal. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Thompson with the ball. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
2 shots.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and of course the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Cleveland leading by 4. Here's Irving. Thompson. The rebound by Anderson. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Shumpert against Green. On the wing, Irving. Rejected by Gasol. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Shumpert. The rebound. By Anderson. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's James.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
It's LeBron with the drive. That's good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this league for themselves here.
Some changes here for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Anderson. Martin comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Miller. And for Leonard, you hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
The drive by Durden.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important